First play, but guess what?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
That's good.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. 20. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. He's at the 50, the 30. Past the 20, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now, a very choppy game, and I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 now. Murray dancing to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Devin White gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play. Even though
he rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3, Buccaneers 0.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. That's complete right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Dan Arnold.
That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
3rd and 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
If they're going to do that, they got to let the receiver play all out control. Just let us get used to the mess and let us do the best we can.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Brady. He's got Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Tampa Bay.
Brady's throw there complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 47-yard line.
Now Brady again. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Brady's pass there complete to Gronkowski. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This complete to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just get...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds Fitzgerald. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This will be caught just inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Kenyon Drake as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 13. Buccaneers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Same Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
2 yards on the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Runs over it. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, Charles, let's step aside different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. Into the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops.
By the Buccaneers.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Cardinals' 30-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And his kick is good.
The score, Buccaneers 14, Cardinals 13. Bradley Pinion.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
13.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Murray, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Brady now on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Not much there, only a yard. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And goal at the 4-yard.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cardinals.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
They'll take over.
Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Now Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
Brady going to throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Cardinals 13.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to...
He quit now. Well, you knew you was outmatched when you first got in the game. You couldn't run Kyler Murray like you wanted to. 3-3-5 wide. Set him to the side. He don't quit.